When I was 38 years old, I became very seriously ill, gaining a lot of weight rapidly and suffering from extreme exhaustion. I became so ill that I could barely walk a flight of stairs, and with no diagnosis in sight, my illness began to suck the joy from me, of living from me. My life forever changed when a neighbor referred me to an alternative specialist. The complete turnaround of my test results brought joy and excitement back into my life. My first therapist was a nutritionist who took the gym away from me right away, telling me she wanted to keep my exertion at a minimal. She put me on an intensive vitamin therapy program with a projected healing estimation of 5 years. She diagnosed me with a simple hair analysis, which helped me to understand that I was exhausted because I had chronic fatigue and adrenal gland burnout. I was terribly allergic because I had an introverted sodium-potassium ratio. I was burning muscle to produce energy because I was protein catabolic, and I was able to process and assimilate simple sugars. I was not able to process and assimilate simple sugars. Always physically fit and an avid workout enthusiast, I asked myself, how could this be? I'm pre-diabetic. 5 years was an overwhelming time period for healing, which brings me to discuss my second therapist, whom I saw at the same time I saw my nutritionist. My second therapist, Colleen, was a Rohan therapist, dealing with stress management and mineral awareness. Something is to be said about the advantage of learning to deal with stress while you're trying to heal a physical illness. Dealing with the mental difficulties is a necessary tool also when dealing with a physical illness. Rohan therapy is an energetic psychotherapy, is an amazingly fast and transformational blend of both spiritual and psychological processes, is an important buffer between stress and physical illness, and it was a better fit for me as I prefer energetic therapy to the stuffy mainstream variety type. My next and final therapy was simply a healing miracle. Dr. Ed Kessler, my final therapist, specializes in contact reflex analysis. CRA is done through the checking of the body's reflexes. CRA reflex points are derived from the ancient Chinese system of acupuncture. Instead of acupuncture, though, it uses acupressure. Instead of using needles, it uses the fingertips. This therapy was the missing piece to the puzzle. Instead of 5 long years of intense therapy, I was healed in 5 short months. So as I arrived to my nutritionist's office, Dr. Glass, to get the results of my final test, she said to me in a very stern voice and stern face, "Sit down." And I said, "Oh, is it that bad?" And she said, "No, Terry, it's that good. You are healed. Everything has reversed itself. Go back to the gym." Wow, these words were music to my ears. This was a real miracle in progress. The complete turnaround of my test results brought on by contact reflex analysis brought joy and excitement back into my life. I am forever changed by this healing journey. I am not diabetic.